here, sweet one. I'm happy that you are here. I'm happy that you are taking time to learn about your deepest being, your inner self, that you want to become free, that you want to become content, that you want to feel the connection to all of life, that you want to feel at home in yourself and at home in your life, and that you're taking time to really dive into this. And today I'm not only want to thank you, but I'm also gonna encourage you, because I know that this is possible for you. I know that you can become enlightened in this life, maybe even in this year, if this is really what you want. If you are earnest about it and if you want to go for it, it is possible. And I know this because I have been searching my whole life what this life is about, why am I here, who am I? And I did all sorts of yoga, all sorts of teachers I followed. And for a long time I had to just believe that it was true, that they were saying that you could be in beautiful, blissful experience in life, and that life was enjoyable, and that in essence the world is good, and that God exists and fills this life with all of his being, and nothing is going wrong, that the world is good and life is good. And I've heard the stories, but it was not my experience, but it is now. So in the end it turned out to be true. All of it turned out to be true. And if I can do it, you can do it. So that's what this video today is about. I'm gonna say to you, I believe in you. I know you can do this. I know that your life is gonna be filled with loving energy, warmth, enjoyment, fulfillment, contentment, because this is what you are. In essence, this is what you are. And now what is happening is that sometimes you are identifying with the thinking that goes on. There's a lot of things happening in your life, and you're living in a world that seems to be out of control. Heavy things happening to the earth, environment, people not being very friendly towards each other, poverty, hunger, prostitution, all kinds of things happening in this world that don't look so nice. And you are living here, and somehow you have forgotten your true nature, and you started believing that you were this separate entity, this personality. And somehow you also feel that this is not your essence. Otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. The simple fact that you're watching me here now means that you are ready. That you are ready to let go of the person and ready to start seeing what is underneath. All things that are person related come and go. It's like a big show that's coming and going. Your body, your thinking, your activities, all these things come and go. And in a moment you can give them your belief. You can think, this is me, it's happening to me, and it's all part of who I am. And when you give it your belief, you fill it with power. You give it power, and all these things become true for you, and it becomes your experience. And it's almost impossible to think that you could be something else than this what you have put your belief in. But everybody knows this is happening, because what made you very angry 2 years ago doesn't mean anything to you at this very moment. And there could be things happening 2 years from now that will make you have a total different experience. So how can you say in this moment, this is who I am? All these moving things. But what remained the same all this time was your capacity to experience, the witness in you, the one watching this all happening. And if you can just let go of the identification with all the forms and take your primary place in identifying with this witness, then all the juices start to flow. You will feel happy, you feel content, you feel all this love coming out of you. You can embrace anyone you meet, you can enjoy the nature, you can enjoy yourself and your life. And I know you can do this. I have full faith that you can do this. I'm your #1 fan. And I also know that when you identify with the person, your life is filled with suffering. So maybe this is still happening for you. And it's not something that is bad, because this process of waking up comes with some suffering. The suffering will remind you, this is not something I want. This is not something I need in my life. I want to be free, I want to enjoy, I want to feel love. And when this wish comes, you start looking, then how come this is not my experience? And so the suffering makes you become more aware of what's happening in your life. And looking back at it, you can see that the suffering most of the time made you grow, made you develop into beautiful parts of your being. So maybe a horrible period in childhood made you realize that you were strong, or made you realize that you were steadfast, that you were not giving up, and that you were powerful because you all the time you continued your journey while it was difficult. So for that also, I thank you. I thank you for doing the best you can do at this very moment. You are doing a great job. You really are. And this is time to take the next step. To no longer take the identity with personality for granted. To have a real look at it. And you can do it by going to the different teachers that are all over the world emerging, and they posting videos just like I am. And you can do yoga, you can meditate. Meditation is just basically closing your eyes and having a look at what's really happening. How is this mind shaping the way I feel? And how is this feeling that I have manifesting in my body? And if you are starting to become aware how these things work, at a certain point you become aware that you can be aware of it. So there comes a little distance of it. You're watching it more like a movie than watching it like it is you happening to you. You can watch it, and when you're watching, then you see the split happening. There's the watcher and there is the things being watched. And you used to make identification in the things being watched. You used to say, I am angry because somebody said something nasty to me. And now you're seeing there is a lot of energy bursting out when somebody says this nasty remark, and there is all this energy floating around. And you can watch it and you can see it. You can even label it as anger, but you don't necessarily have to label it as my anger. You don't have to say, I am angry. You see, there's anger manifestation. There is a play going on. There is these two bodies with two minds and two energy fields that are coming into a collision together, and something's happening there, and you can watch it. And when you start watching it, you no longer energize it. This is what you normally do. You have this energy, you have this power. No thought has any power of itself. Never. You know, you think so many things. I have to go to the bakery, I have to do this, I have to do that. And a lot of the times you don't give it your energy, you don't give it your power, and it's just a thought that pops in and it goes away. Nothing happened. Thought comes in, you don't give it energy, it has no power of itself, it's gone. And now you become aware that there are some thoughts that you do energize. Somebody says something nasty to you and you feel hurt. And then you give this power of hurt, you log in, and when you log in, then it becomes you. Then you give it identity and you give the power to the thoughts. Without you, the thoughts are nothing. If you're just watching the thoughts, they don't get energized. It's you that can believe the thought and give it its power, and then it becomes an identity. this is what you're going to stop doing. Slowly but surely, by becoming more aligned with the witness, you're going to say, okay, I'm going to put my identification here with the witness. Because I know that this is what was always there. Whenever I'm awake, I can feel that I experience. I see that there is somebody experiencing, and this is me. But all the different things and the different shades and colors are just parts of a play that is moving about. And the more you start putting your identification in the witness, the more you start feeling great. You start feeling naturally from within, the love starts flowing again. Naturally from within, you start realizing that you're in the right place at the right time and all feels good. And this is what is happening to you. Don't think for a moment that your life is out of control and that this is not for you. It is for you, and I believe in you. I know this love and this happiness and this contentment is just around the corner. The only thing you have to do is to really do it. Have a look at it. Really take time and see it. Listen to it and don't take it in as some sort of knowledge, but test it. See it. Is it true that there is always the witness that was always there with me? And is it true that the thoughts don't have any power unless I give them the power? If I log in, then it becomes something. If I have a fight or if I'm sad, there is some thought or some construction that I have logged in. And if I'm logged in, then I give it a real power and I give it my identification and it becomes me. And I get lost in the play basically. It's like I put on a role, but I forget it's a role. I'm just playing in this theater play and I don't even realizing that this is what it is. So, basically, all you need to do is to keep reminding you of this truth. That you can take a step back, identify with the witness and have a look at the whole thing as a play of consciousness. And see that you don't have to log in, and then slowly but surely you will find that this is your true nature. This is your belonging. This is God or the self or whatever you may call it. And it becomes you, because it is already you. For somebody who is enlightened, he can almost not believe that you believe this person, because he sees that you are already this consciousness that's encompassing it all. And out of this consciousness rises the person for fun. It was meant to be for fun. It was meant to be to experience him or herself. God wants to experience and created a play. And somehow in this play, part of the rules, you forget that you're in a play. And you can wake up from the play again and you can go back to your true position. The consciousness that is there before the play starts, the consciousness that is there when the play ends. And here and now in this life, this means that you will have total freedom, you will have total love, you will have total lightness. You feel so much compassion for everybody around you. You see the beauty in nature everywhere. And the only thing you have to do is be earnest about it, be honest about it. Don't accept anything as pure knowledge. Test it out. And I know you can do it. Just stick with it. If you do, definitely you're gonna get there. So, yeah, what more to say? Start believing in yourself. Start there. Start loving yourself. Start loving the fact that you are alive, that you can experience, and start loving that this experiencer is you. Go there. Put your history for a moment in the closet. Put your future for a moment in the closet. Don't try to fix things there. Don't keep repeating things that were in the past, but be here. And then for an exercise, just become aware of this experiencer in you and go back there all the time. All the time you go back there and you will get lost. The mind is smart and it will trick you into it again. It will say something that it knows that you are hurt, where it can catch you. It knows where it can catch you, and it's not a bad thing. It's part of the play. It's part of the play. It will hook you again and it will hold you back in, and for a moment you'll be in the identification and you'll become angry or you'll become sad. But all the time, I know you can do this. You can go back and go back to the basics and take time to realize what has happened here. And more you'll be capable. If the mind comes again and it tries to catch you, you'll say, I can see this happening. I can see the process of mind trying to have me identify with it and trying to get me to give it power. But I can just watch this and it will pass. It will pass by itself. And what will your life be like? Your life will be just a spontaneous flow out of this oneness, this consciousness that is the basis of all and is connected to all, is in all. And this will be your basic experience, and out of this spontaneous wisdom will flow. So you will do stuff. You will still, on the outside, maybe nothing even will change. Could very well be that the same things are in your life that are in your life now, but your perspective will be totally different. Will be one of love and enjoyment and peace. And I know if you're still a lot of the times in mind identification, you're tired. Sometimes you feel, I cannot take another day of this. It's too busy, it's too much. I cannot do it. But I know you can. I know you can break this habit. And I know that within a few years, if you stick with it, if you keep watching these videos or videos of other people talking from this space, you will do it. I know you can. And within a few years, you'll be a light source for the rest of us. And maybe you'll be making videos like these ones, or you'll find another way to share with others your experience. So, you are doing it. And freedom and peace and love are just around the corner. If you just take time to really see and think about these things and feel it. And then it will become an experience for you. And then you'll be in enjoyment. You'll be just so happy that you've returned home. So, if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. If there's something stuck in you, if there's something that you think, I can hear what you're saying, but blah 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 blah, this is why it isn't working for me, share with me and I can help you take the hurdle, because there is no hurdle too big that you cannot take it. Anything that's in the form can be transcendent and can be something that helps you to wake up rather than something that keeps you asleep. So together we can do this. Together I'm in your corner and I'm doing this with you. So you're not alone. All over the world people are doing the same thing. And freedom, love and peace are just around the corner. Be earnest, be real, take some real effort to give this attention and to have a look at this, and then it won't take long, really. See you soon. Bye.